Hello and welcome again to season 2 of Aria 412's Up Close and Personal. I'm Kelly Lynch.
And I'm Desiree Soteris, and we're the founders of ARIA 412.
Wow, that's so cool. Today we're going to be chatting about some of the things we've been cooking. Like what's been cooking, what have we been baking over the holidays? How about you, Desiree? Have you been doing any interesting baking?
Well, I am not much of a baker.
Mm.
I like to cook savory meals more. We developed a dessert that we could do together, which is peppermint bark. All you have to do is melt white chocolate and beat up peppermint sticks, mix it together, spread it out, and freeze it.
Lovely.
That's what we do. What about you? What have you been
Me.
baking?
Well, Christmas, like I've been avoiding this for many Christmases, but this year I had to make the mom cookies that my mother always made every year. So they're just labor intensive and they make a heck of a mess out of the kitchen. But it's basically figs and like 6 pounds of pears,
Mm,
and you peel them up and cook them down, and they make this really delicious filling, and you fill some sugar cookies with it.
that
Quite,
sounds delicious. And in fact, I was lucky enough to have some.
yeah,
So
yeah, because I made them, they're
thank
gluten
you very
free.
much. I know, and you cannot tell. They are amazing.
Awesome. Oh, I love them.
So who do we have coming on the show today, Kelly?
Oh my gosh, I cannot believe it. Today we have a duo. I think this is our first duo with Rich and Katy Williams.
Ah, fantastic.
Cannot wait.
I know they are so much fun.
Katy, I've known for a long time, and Rich, I've gotten to know much more over the past few years, singing with us at RA412, a wonderful soprano and a wonderful tenor. So how about I read a bit about Katy and you can read a bit about Rich? We can
Great.
bring them both in. That'd be so exciting. So here I go. Katy Shackleton Williams has performed extensively in the Pittsburgh area with prestigious organizations such as the Pittsburgh Symphony Orchestra, Pittsburgh Opera, Civic Light Opera, Quantum Theater, the Mendelssohn Choir, Opera Theater of Pittsburgh, Pittsburgh Festival Opera. Aren't those the same thing? But that's too cool. Pittsburgh Concert Chorale, River City Brass Band, Carnival Theatricals, and Front Porch. Currently, Katy is a chorister for Pittsburgh Opera and is adjunct music staff at Point Park University, Carnegie Mellon University's pre-college program, and Washington and Jefferson College. She is the soprano soloist at Rodef Shalom Pittsburgh and the soprano soloist at Westminster Presbyterian Church. She's a graduate of Carnegie Mellon University, just like me. Very exciting.
Ah,
And how about her?
wonderful. Well, her husband, Rich Williams, is an avid singer and has performed extensively in the Pittsburgh area with such groups as Pittsburgh Opera, Mendelssohn Choir, Voces Solis, Resonance Works, Believe Men's Ensemble, River City Brass Band, and ARIA 412. He has been a featured soloist for such major works as Mendelssohn's Elijah, Handel's Messiah, Mozart's Requiem, and Coronation Mass. Judge stars All Saints Requiem and numerous Bach cantatas. Other notable music highlights include playing one of the River City townfolk in a semi-staged 2009 production of The Music Man at Pine Hall, featuring Shirley Jones and conducted by Marvin Hamlish. A chemical engineering graduate of Carnegie Mellon University, Rich is currently a tenor soloist and section leader at Westminster Presbyterian Church in Upper St. Clair.
Fantastic. It's so exciting. Can we bring them in?
You should. How are you guys doing tonight?
We are great. We are great. We are looking forward to having a lovely conversation with you two.
Always.
We are excited to have you here.
Well, thanks for having us. We have a special treat, later on for the viewers if they're into eating.
Well, the question that's always been on my mind, I mean, I've known both of you for a while. How did you two guys meet? What's the story?
The story.
It's about two people that
Tale as old as time.
Yes. song as old as song. It all went back to, you know, the early 90s. I mean, like the earliest, actually the earliest 90s. And I had gotten into Carnegie Mellon and had a whole year on my belt.
I was a freshman at Carnegie Mellon. And I was an engineering major, but I sang in the concert choir. So that's where we met with, you know, Bob Page is our director. Love you, Bob. And should we tell the story?
Yeah. You were telling the story.
Okay, well, how much do you want to go? So anyway, so our first concert of the year, our homecoming concert that year back in 1990, we were singing some Bob Page blues arrangements.
Yeah, those were so good.
Yeah. And one of the blues arrangements was it was actually a medley of Georgia on My Mind and Skylark. And the Skylark had a nice soprano solo, which someone sang and caught my ear and eye. I heard her sing in rehearsal and I was like, ooh, who is that over there? And so we've told the story so many times. It changes a little bit every time.
Yeah.
But we actually, you know, that's what brought us together was Bob Page's music. We told Bob this story years ago. And we actually did our first dance at our wedding reception as husband and wife was to Skylark.
To Skylark.
Aww.
Yeah. So we met in choir.
Yeah.
He was a freshman, I was a sophomore, and he always had an affinity for music. So that just sort of, I mean,
as did you.
Yeah. And I had no affinity for chemistry and math or physics at all. So
I've got enough for both of us.
Yeah.
Match made in heaven. So how did you guys get started singing?
I think that it's the same for both of us.
Both of our families.
Our families were very musical. My family is built up of a lot of public school music teachers, and my aunts and uncles as well. So when I was a kid, my dad sat me down. He was a high school band director, and I was in the 3rd grade, and he says, what instrument do you want to play? And I'm like, I don't want to play an instrument. And he's like, not an option. So I was like, all right, harp. And he said, no.
Yeah, very wise.
Yeah. And then I said, well, you know, what would make me look the prettiest so I could impress this boy that I really liked in 3rd grade? And the flute. I went with the flute until I was a senior in high school. And actually it was the toss-up between going to school for flute or voice.
She made the right choice.
I did, because I hate practicing. So
I played the flute for a little while. It was not pretty.
It's, I mean, but just think of, like, if you're playing a trombone, that's not very pretty when you're thinking in the 3rd grade, if you want to impress this boy.
Yeah.
Not.
Boys are into that.
Not.
No. My dad played the trombone. He was very into, like, brass, but
he was a high school band director.
Yeah. not for me. And Rich's family, same thing.
My family's very musical. Everybody sings. My brother and sister actually both went to college for music. My sister still plays flute professionally. But yeah, we all sang. I could sing before I could talk, I used to always say. And then when I was coming out of high school, getting ready for college, you know, I did consider music as a major, but then I decided, well, you know, I can always sing.
You did?
I did. I actually considered it. I could always sing, but I really wanted to go into, you know, the sciences, engineering.
The valedictorian of your high school never goes into music. Do you know any valedictorians that actually chose music? I don't know any. We'll have to
so anyway.
No, I don't.
No.
I made the right choice, I think.
They go for healthcare and job longevity. That's what they go for.
That's why they're valedictorians.
That's right.
Smart people.
But I never stopped singing.
No, he never stopped singing.
Yay.
Wonderful. Katie, this one's for you. Look, one of my fondest memories was that Carmen we did.
Oh, yes.
I sang La Carmen, and you were really fantastic as Fresquita. But what other fun roles have you sung? What was your favorite?
Gosh, I have to say, getting dressed up has always been fun for me. And I had like a bucket list of things that I wanted to do on the stage. So one of my bucket list items was portraying a man on a stage, which I actually got to do. In Hansel and Gretel, I was the Dew Fairy and the Sandman, because they're typically cast the same as the same person.
Mhm.
So I had a beautiful beard and a lump in my back and a cane. I was wonderfully old and decrepit man.
It was great costume and makeup.
It was great. That was with the Pittsburgh Opera and the Resident Artist Program. And then my other bucket list was to die on stage. And I had never died on stage. But when I played Margarita Girgou in Ina Demar years back with Quantum Theater, I finally got to die on stage. And just, it was great. It was the greatest 5 minutes of my life. Just
And that show, she never actually left the stage.
I didn't.
She was on stage the entire show. So it was fitting that she died there.
I was dying.
Isn't that the best though? Like I did that once, and I was just laying there forever.
Yes.
And I'm like, okay, I really don't want to shake my leg, but gosh, I'm really tempted.
Suddenly everything itches.
But yeah, that Carmen, Kelly, that Carmen was so much fun.
Thanks. I enjoyed it very much.
So what about you, Rich?
Well, so I've had a lot of fun the last few years in Pittsburgh Opera Chorus. That's not like a major role, but it's just been really, really fun to be on stage at the Benedum. The most fun I've had performing in opera had to be Moby Dick.
Oh gosh, that was amazing.
I mean, Turandot has a special place in my heart because that was the first opera I did with Pittsburgh Opera. But Moby Dick was just, it was a lot of fun.
Wow.
Great cast, and the music is just wonderful.
But the best time he had costume-wise was way back in high school.
Oh yeah, that was probably the most fun role too.
Oh yes.
Wasn't even a musical, actually.
Wasn't. He did sing, but
It was a play, and we sang some period music between acts to kind of make it a musical and to spice up the intermissions. But we did Charlie's Aunt. There actually is a musical version of this called Aunt Charlie, but we did the play, and I played Lord Fancourt Baberley, who impersonates Charlie's aunt through much of the play. So for most of this play, 6'4", 180-pound high school senior Rich is in a gray wig and a dress.
Wow.
Man, I'd love to see a picture of that.
And my mom actually had to sew the dress because, actually nowadays I'm sure I could get something that would fit, but maybe the drag scene wasn't quite as ticking back then. And my mom actually still has the dress, and she likes it's hanging up
in her bedroom.
And she likes to tell people, "This is my son's dress."
When I walked in,
that was a fun show.
It didn't have a frame because it's way too big, too much yardage on that dress, but it's proudly displayed. Like, oh my gosh!
And for all my high school friends that are reminiscing about this,
purple,
they want to hear me say, "I'm Charlie's aunt from Brazil, where the nuts come from."
Oh my God, it was great. I watched it. It was super fun.
Yeah, there was a videotape. My brother actually recorded it.
Yeah, it was great. That was the most fun I've seen him performing.
So do you guys have any crazy stories from shows where something like really off the wall happened? Like, you fell off the stage or...
Oh, I did.
You fell off stage?
It wasn't during a performance, thank God. But I was doing The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat. And we were in rehearsal, and our wonderful set designer had made the stage in this like a puzzle piece, because The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat had neurological issues. So everything was a puzzle, right? Chess and, like all these puzzle pieces that we were trying to fit together. So the stage was black, the floor was black, and the lights were bright. So I was just like,
what could possibly go wrong?
And it's 20th century music, right? So I'm like, beep, boop, 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 beep, boop, boop, boop. And I just I fell right off the stage, tried to grab onto like anything I could. It was epic. And then after falling, I just went, I'm fine. I like jumped over, like, I'm okay. I was like 4.5 feet tall. I'm like, ah. So,
Oh no.
yeah.
That is a story.
Any stage mishaps for you, Rich?
Actually, back to Charlie's aunt. During one of the performances,
That
I
was
was
an
sitting-
epic show for you.
yeah.
Oh, it was.
So part of the shtick of my character was I was hitting on the girlfriends of two of my classmates like the whole time, as I was the woman, the chaperone. You know, I was always trying to make a move on these young ladies, and so we were sitting on a park bench with me in the middle and one of the girls on either side of me. And at some point, I'm supposed to overreact, like, you know, imagine that.
I know.
being
Rich
the
overreacted.
Muppet that I am. And I started laughing, and I kind of rose up out of the seat. And when I came back down, it destroyed the park bench. You know, it totally. We were sitting on the floor,
Yes, and
and
he
so
didn't miss a line.
we kept going with the scene.
He
You know, we
didn't
just,
miss one line.
and then the rest of that act, every time somebody came on stage, they like, you know, silently made a gesture to this broken park bench that's over here. Like, what the heck happened?
Yeah, it was pretty fun.
It was, you know, live theater. You gotta go with it whenever things go wrong.
So you guys ready to roll with it right now?
Yes.
Sure.
Yes.
We're gonna do the Wheel of Opera. Are we ready?
Ooh, all right.
Miss Desiree will spin the wheel, and on our wheel we have various colors that are going to correspond to certain kinds of questions all about opera. Okay.
Oh God.
So if it lands on green,
We're gonna have to phone a friend.
I'm sorry. If it lands on green, you're going to have a question about an opera character.
Hmm.
If it lands on blue, it's going to be an opera plot as a newspaper headline. My favorite.
Okay.
Yes. If it lands on purple, it'll be a question about a famous singer. If it lands on red, you get to spin again.
Oh.
If it lands on yellow, you choose what kind of question you want. And if it lands on orange, Desiree chooses.
Okay.
So that's what's
There's
happening.
no bankrupt or lose a turn.
Could
Nope,
be.
there's not.
I'm nervous.
Oh.
Hold my hand.
All
Okay.
right.
Okay.
Don't
Ready?
be.
Yes.
Here we go.
Oh. What will it be?
Which one will it be?
Green.
Green.
And
Which one is that again?
Green.
Opera character.
Oh,
Opera
okay.
characters.
Okay.
Okay. So here's the question.
Okay.
In Puccini's La Boheme, what is the name of the lead tenor?
Damn it! I always get this wrong.
Rodolfo.
Oh, it's Rudolph.
Why? You guys are good. You didn't even have to call a friend.
Did not, because I have a tenor right
I just
here.
did that one 2 years ago.
Thank you. Thank you. Should I do my deep bow?
You
Yes.
should. You
Yes. Yes. Yes.
You should, yes.
Brava. Brava.
Bravo, bravo.
So what are you guys going to sing for us? Since
Oh,
you got
we're-
the questions correct, you get to choose
Ooh.
your songs.
Well, it just so happens that as we are talking to each other, this is the Valentine's weekend, right? So, since we've been together for like 30 years, we just figured out tonight, we've been together for
We started
30 years.
dating 30 years ago.
30 years ago, right? I can't believe it. So we were talking about love and
Lurd.
that sort of thing. So we thought maybe we should sing All I Ask of You
Aww.
for our duet because
Because people like Phantom of the Opera. for
people
some
like
reason.
it. I don't know why. I think
Me
give the
either.
people what they want, and so we're gonna sing Phantom of the Opera. All I Ask of You.
Fantastic. I love it.
Hey, wonderful.
Take it away.
No more talk of darkness, forget these wide-eyed fears. I'm here, nothing can harm you. My words will warm and calm you. Let me be your freedom, let daylight dry your tears. I'm here with you, beside you, to guard you and to guide you. Say you love me every waking moment. Turn my head with talk of summertime. shelter. Let me be your light. You're safe, no one will find you. Your fears are far behind you.
All I want is freedom, a world with no more night, and you always beside me to warm me and to guide me.
Then say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Let me lead you from your solitude. Say you need me with you here beside you. Anywhere you go, let me go too. Christine, that's all I ask of you.
Say you'll share with me one love, one lifetime. Say the word and I will follow you.
Share each day with me, each night, each morning.
Say you love me.
You know I do.
Love me, that's all I ask of you.
Anywhere you go, let me go too. Love me, that's all I ask of you.
All right.
Bravo, bravi tutti.
Yes,
Ah,
yes.
that was
Like
so
our costumes.
romantic.
Thank you. I mean, we changed right back into the outfits that we had on so
You're gonna
many
wear the
weeks
red.
ago. Yeah. Thank you.
That
That
is
was all.
miraculous.
Change artists. Impressive.
Thank you.
What's even more miraculous and what we need more of, 15 seconds of shoes.
Yes, please.
More shoes. We need them.
Yeah. Go
My
shoot.
favorite part. Okay.
So, what kind of celebrity opera fun things have you guys been doing over there?
Celebrity opera things.
Celebrity?
Yeah, we want to know what you do besides sing.
Well, I've been known around my friend group that I love to bake. I love to gift very sweet, tasty desserts, and I love cookies. So I found a wonderful, wonderful recipe, especially since it's around Valentine's Day, for my beautiful vanilla sugar cookies with cherry buttercream frosting and a secret ingredient.
Ooh, that sounds so good.
These are-
Yes.
If they're anything like those pumpkin cookies you brought over,
I think it's the same special ingredient that I used in the pumpkin cookies as I'm using in this sugar cookie recipe. Oh yeah, you're gonna love it. You're gonna love it. And you all, everyone out there, you all can do this too. And it'll make your eyes roll back in your head because it's so good.
Well, lay it on us. We're ready.
Yeah.
Should we relocate to the kitchen?
Let's reload.
Let's go.
All right.
Take it away.
Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. We're gonna put you on our tripod in the sink.
Excellent.
Yep. Oops.
I'm in the sink. I'm in the sink.
You are in the sink.
In the sink.
Oh my goodness. And then I did this thing, which, where are you? There you
Here.
are. Okay, so we're gonna put on
Our aprons.
our apron.
Oh my God. I love the cow apron.
This, my mother made this for me a long time ago because I love cows. It's my favorite animal.
I did not know that about you.
Yes, most of my kitchen is covered in cows. So yeah,
It's a very
So-
cute kitchen. I love the colors.
it's a very gallery kitchen. You know, it's very
Gally was right.
okay, galley kitchen. Okay, so I want to show you this thing, and I learned this from Food 52. If you go online and you look up Food 52, they actually have this. Oh my God, it smells so good. Do you smell that?
I do. That was like
What are you doing down there? What is that? Is that a mixer?
It's
yeah,
a
it's
mix.
our kitchen mixer.
I had to whip up the frosting again because I want to make sure it's fluffy.
Okay.
So I made sugar cookies with pink buttercream. Right now,
We don't have the frosting yet.
into this sugar cookie, you just have to see. See, I get excited when
Okay, go
so
ahead.
I'm gonna break the cookie for you.
Can you see it?
It's very soft.
Ooh.
See, that's very soft. And it's very light. So I'm gonna give this to Rich, and he's gonna eat it. And then, yeah. And then I'm gonna get another cookie that's not broken. Okay, same cookie, right? Same cookie. And Rich is going to frost this cookie, and I'm gonna tell you about my secret ingredient.
Oh, okay. I was like, are you going to talk about the secret ingredient?
I am, but
Okay.
Rich is you're gonna watch Rich's unbelievable frosting skills.
Oh, stop.
Yeah. Oh, he's really good at it. So,
I can't possibly live up to the hype.
oh no, he totally can. So, I took regular powdered milk. Do you remember this from your childhood? Hopefully you didn't, because it's disgusting when you make it and try to drink it by yourself. So you take the powdered milk. Oh, he needs the spatula because he's such a good froster, right? So when you get the powdered milk out, right? You're getting into this, bub. Yeah. Okay. So the powdered milk looks like this, right? Can you see it's like white?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you put this in a frying pan on medium heat
What?
and you toast it, and you get
Toasted milk powder.
you toast the milk powder in a dry pan, nothing else but the milk powder, and it looks like this.
Huh.
Smells like butter, and it turns into this incredibly tasty, yummy toasted fork.
Toasted fork.
Toasted milk.
Who thought of this?
Live theater.
Yes, like so. You can see it.
Oh.
It's just powdery. You put about 2 tablespoons into your cookie batter before you bake it. I tell you what, your eyes will roll back. I'm not kidding. They will roll back in your head. You'll be like, what is that? It takes your cookies to like a whole different level.
Wow.
Wow.
Here's the sugar
Frosted.
cookie, right? The frosted. Here's another trick.
Oh.
Here's another trick. There's this
She's just so tricksy.
fleur de sel.
Full of tricks. What? Fleur de lis?
Fleur de sel. This is salt.
Ah.
And you sprinkle a little bit of that on top of the cookie, and then you can taste the flavors a lot more. So in the frosting is butter, powdered sugar, vanilla, almond, and maraschino cherry juice, which is why it's pink. I will send you the recipe. These cookies are unbelievable. Look,
Yeah.
watch Rich's
You,
face.
you may think, sugar cookies? Really? What's the big deal? But
No,
I used to be that way. I'm not that guy anymore.
Oh my God.
I gotta taste it.
Treat.
it's so good.
And I mean, we really learned something new here.
Oh yeah, you did, and you'll thank me later.
I know.
Delicious.
All my friends and family are going to thank you because I am a terrible cookie maker. But I think this could be my saving grace.
Mhm. Yep, all you need is a lot of butter.
Wow.
We're just gonna sit here and eat on camera.
Yeah, love is a cookie.
So, what do you say about maybe singing another song?
I'd love to do that.
All right. Well, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna
Oh,
finish it
McDonald's?
twice.
I'm going to continue eating cookies.
So, I'd like to sing a song that I only became familiar with about a year ago. It's from one of the very first Stephen Sondheim musicals, Evening Primrose. The song is "Take Me to the World," and I actually heard it sung at the Sondheim 90th birthday celebration, and it's just really a beautiful song. And I started thinking about the lyrics. You know, the show is basically about people that live in a department store at night and they're afraid to go out into the world, kind of like people that are on lockdown during a pandemic, you know. And a lot of the lyrics are kind of leaning that way already. So I took some liberties with Mr. Sondheim's lyrics and kind of made it into even more of a COVID pandemic anthem. So I'm going to sing my particular spin on "Take Me to the World."
All right.
Bring it on.
Bring it on. Take us to the world.
Oh, Rich, he's going to eat his cookie first.
Cookie to the world.
Cookies to the world.
Let me see the world with clouds. Take me to the world, out where I can see with crowds. Take me to the world, where we can feel vacations that will thrill. Not just Netflix and chill with you. Take me to the world that's real. Show me how it's done. Teach me how to laugh, to feel. Move me to the sun. Just hold my hand when our vaccines arrive. Take me to the world where I can be alive. Let me see the world that smiles. Take me to the world, somewhere I can walk for miles. Take me to the world, with all around that virus beaten down, and masks that muffle sound are gone. We shall see the world come true. We shall have the world. I won't be afraid with you. We shall have the world. I'll hold your hand and know I'm not alone. We shall have the world to keep. Such a lovely world. We'll weep. We shall have the world forever. For our
Oh, Rich, I love those lyrics. That was awesome.
Very smart.
I had some fun with it.
Yeah, it is incredible how that that show really does kind of have a lot of parallels into how what we're dealing with right now.
Oh, gosh, yes. But we're going to get out of it. We're going
Yes.
to get out of it.
One day we'll have the vaccine.
Yes,
Yep.
yes. And we'll all be able to make live music very soon. I'm hoping so much. Oh yeah.
So it's been a real pleasure having you here, and we learned some new things about you and some cooking tips, which is awesome. I can't wait to try it. It's something I would never have thought of.
Hmm.
So
Me either. When I saw it, I was like, "That's not right." But it's amazing. You
Because
can.
when you grew up drinking powdered milk, you don't want to ever have it again. But it's good in this form.
yes.
Awesome.
So, what are you guys working on? Do you have anything coming up? Are you working on any special musical projects? What's going on?
Yeah. Well, I have a Mozart Requiem that's coming up with the Pittsburgh Concert Chorale. It's going to be dedicated to everyone we've lost during the pandemic. And everybody's masked. The whole orchestra is masked. We're all, spread out all over the place. Everything was done extremely carefully. So that should be really nice. And then I'm doing The Man Who Mistook His Wife for a Hat again in Colorado at Opera Steamboat with the same director that did it with us here. He invited me to come to Opera Steamboat and do it again in July. So I'm really excited for that.
Wonderful.
Terrific. Don't fall off the stage.
God, let's hope there's no more puzzle pieces.
Wonderful.
My eyesight's real bad right now.
What about you, Rich?
Just doing some occasional singing at our church at Westminster Presbyterian,
Fantastic.
and
Eating my cookies.
singing with Aria 412.
Yes,
Oh,
we're
yes.
excited to have you. Awesome.
We're working on a song. Well, Rich is working on a song that I told him to sing because it's perfect.
For the
Excellent.
March program.
We can't wait. And maybe this summer, our hope is that we are going to be doing some outdoor concerts. So
Yes,
That'll be fun.
hopefully you can join us for that as well. So
I think
Love
that
to.
would be wonderful.
well, we've got to have a toast.
Oh yeah.
So
I got mine ready right here.
We don't have the sunglasses,
Ooh, shoot! I forgot my sunglasses. Dang it! But you know what?
all right,
but it's okay.
your
bad.
light shining bright.
Oh yes, a toast to you,
Cheers.
Aria 412.
Thank you. It's been a blast.
Ooh.
You clinked your phone.
Mm,
That's delicious.
delicious.
Thank you so much for having us on. We had a wonderful time.
It was a blast interviewing you, and we can't wait to see you in person soon. Have a good night.
You too.
too.
Take care. Bye-bye.
Bye, Desiree. Bye, Kelly.
So now we have to make cookies.
Yeah, now we have to make cookies. I mean,
Wait.
that trick, I'm kind of flabbergasted.
I can't even imagine what it would taste like because I hated that milk as a kid too.
I know it's disgusting. But, in cookies, I think it could be a good thing.
I think so too. Awesome.
That Rich and Katie, they are full of surprises.
Definitely. The aprons kind of took me off guard. Those aprons. I was like, what?
Well, I should have, if I had known they had those specialty aprons, I would have worn my fur apron.
You have a fur apron?
Well, it's not fur, but it's faux fur.
Funny.
Yes. And it's got my initials on it. My mother-in-law got it for me one year for Christmas, and it's pretty special.
Completely useless, but fantastic.
Exactly. And I use it every now and then. So
Wow.
mhm.
Wow. So Desiree, what's coming up next with our Aria 412 online shows?
Well, Kelly, our next show is April 6th at 7 p.m. on the Aria 412 YouTube site, and it is a French extravaganza. We are going to spend April in Paris.
Wonderful. Can't wait. April in Paris in our own houses.
Exactly.
Wonderful.
What more could you ask for?
Paris?
Paris. Paris.
Oh, okay.
Maybe next April.
Maybe. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
All right. It's a
Here's
plan,
to you.
man. Juice.
Oui, oui. Mm.
Mm.